morning. Today we are going to discuss the robot classification based on motion control. Actually, we can divide the classification into two, that is point to point and continuous. You can see there is a point A and B. Let's see. Here is the point A and here is the point B. If a point to point robot, it travels the discrete path from A to B. For example, if we have to move one object from one place to another, that's from A to then B, we can utilize a point to point robot from one place to the other. That is one point to second point, that is A to B. So that is point to point robots. Then second category is continuous, in which its motion is uniform. You can move the robot tooltip from one point to the other point uniformly with equal velocity, something like that, from A to B. One example for continuous path is spray painting. If you want to paint this board, how we paint? Is it discrete points? We paint on discrete points, or we brush the entire region uniformly. Yeah, we paint the entire region uniformly. Okay, so that's an example for a continuous motion. Other example is gluing. Then for discrete or point to point classification, we can take the example of pick and place robots. Pick and place robot, one place to other, A to B. And for continuous painting application or gluing, the next classification, that is based on drive technology. Actually, we divide the robots based on drive technology into two, mainly into two. That is hydraulic or pneumatic, and second one is electric. Hydraulic motors or pneumatic motors or actuators. You can say it as actuators. What are actuators? That are the muscles of robot. Actuators are the muscles of the robot that helps the links and joints to move or to rotate. Okay, now see the hydraulic actuator. What do you mean by hydraulic actuator? We can see the hydraulic actuators there. Mainly hydraulic actuators are used for large robots or heavy, not to handle heavy loads. A simple hydraulic actuator is basically a cylinder piston arrangement. You can see a cylinder with a piston which can use a fluid or oil, is allowed to move inside. When the pressure is exerted by the fluid on the piston will move inward or outward. Okay, that's the force and the torque, as we already discussed, in the form of force or torque. So based on the volume of fluid going into the cylinder, the arrangement of the piston is moved inward. So you can utilize, you can exert a motion there, and that principle is utilized. So in hydraulic actuators, we use pressurized oil as the fuel. Okay, right? Okay, now let's see the different features of a hydraulic actuator. Actually, it provides high power to weight ratio. Now, we know that we are using it in industries the large force at a low speeds. We can exert a large force at a low speeds. They produce, or they can produce high torque without the use of gears, or can provide linear and rotatory actuation, then compatible with microprocessor and electronic controls, and can also use at a extreme hazardous environments. These are the features of a hydraulic robot system, drive system. Okay.